Permission is hereby granted, free of charge, to any person obtaining a copy of this software and associated documentation files. The software to deal in the software without restriction, including without limitation the rights to use, copy, modify, merge, publish, distribute, sublicense and/or sell copies of the software, and to permit persons to whom the software is furnished to do so, subject to the following conditions. The above copyright notice and this permission notice shall be included in all copies or substantial portions of the software. The software is provided as is, without warranty of any kind, express or implied, including but not limited to the warranties of merchantability, listed for a particular purpose, and non-infringement. In no event shall the authors or copyright holders be liable for any claim, damages or other liability, whether in an action of contract, tort or otherwise.
Welcome everyone, and thanks for artificial intelligence for this nice intro. Currently, I set it for years. The only substitute for testing is more testing, and unfortunately we at least temporarily bricked some Apple iBook despite all our efforts and testing, unit testing, more unit testing. As a consequence, we stepped up more unit testing here. We previously started that testing the OpenSource World, and now we tested more. As you can see, also I slightly wonder why this doesn't test, but I guess whatever. Previously we started this, so we built this Linux distribution, right? If you're new to our channel, we for 25 years built one of those minimally working, just pure Linux for architectures, including PowerPC and stuff, P3 and all the other MIPS, and so on. And of course, we want to test this, and that is what today, for many hours live on Twitch, we worked on this. Previously, if you're new to this or if you're a working subscriber, you've seen my increasing test suite. And so we started with running all the binaries as much as we can, unit testing all the freshly cross-compiled stuff through QEMU. We've done this previously, and now we expanded this to whole ISO booting, and of course it spent another over 3 if not 4 hours on this stuff, fixing some bugs in between. And of course, as usual, we instantly found some bug, right? I nearly would have released this release potentially with some ISO not booting. That's also what we unit test for, right? And obviously that is orders, like multiple orders of magnitude faster than writing that to not a floppy, but some precious CD, right? And it's like, obviously, if we, oops, it's also the wrong one. If you would write this to a nice looking CD, we would spend here all day writing CDs and manually putting that into some devices. And that unfortunately somehow did not yet boot. Why did this not? So what is new is, and also welcome to this live stream, right? Working live on making the open source world more tested. So most of the tests pass. What is new now is that booting the whole CD, that is a little bit error prone, as you see. I still worked another hour on this after the Twitch live stream. So for this, we unfortunately, like some would boot, but for x86 we would need that stuff here. And to show you that better, let's kill all this expect stuff maybe away. Maybe I should also actually commit this before I break it again, because it is some fragile stuff that's not yet amazing. Basically commit hack x86, also this test number 951 ISO init rd x86 to edit in serial console. Otherwise, it's like all other architectures get this automatically except x86. So to show you what's going on, and maybe even make it life a little bit better. Greetings to Hamburg. So Hamburg in Germany or somewhere else. Otherwise, greetings from Berlin. Hamburg in Germany, or one in United States or wherever. They also have nice Hamburg. So so I need some argument for test suite stuff. So that would be tests here. And let's, for the sake of demonstration, it's only I do this while developing to instantly see that. So that would be 686 also we only want one test, so that would be 951 ISO. So actually this did work. So yeah, there's still a little bit there. So this runs this through the hoop QEMU stuff, our freshly produced binary. And then the test passed. It's amazing. Still wonder where this escape stuff comes. Maybe this is some strange bootloader outputting escape stuff. So getting there was a little bit fragile. I wonder if we can improve this a little bit. And so this already uncovered actually PowerPC not being set up correctly anymore. I also slightly, okay, maybe if I do later not to mix everything. So this was a little bit tricky because grub is so slow and characters get lost. So this took, I mean, what should have just worked was like way too much of trial and error to, or even probably I had to say, right, this is a test. Like, this is a good old fashioned, like if you have a better, like sure, modern people do this in Python, but I would argue maybe this TCL tickle expect stuff is potentially more readable than Python. So I wonder if we can get away with this after. So after is like basically sleep. It is what it is. So we, for x86, we do this extra stuff. Otherwise, we can just like the kernel will figure out its serial console automatically, except for x86. So this here is pure delay, and I wonder if we can somehow so here we already wait for GNU grub, just because it might take a second for this to. Otherwise, we send all the stuff, and it's getting lost in serial buffers and flushes and whatnot. So the send slow also does not, apparently it works the most amazing. So what I do here is I edit the serial console thing in here. It's basically E, arrow down, arrow down. It's like, yeah, I also would not want to do it like that. I ideally would want to grab or something auto-detect the EFI or whatnot serial console, but it is what it is, right? You got to do what you got to do. I mean, we want to test this stuff today. I don't want to make a week-long research project of how to auto-detect. I mean, I Googled, and like even Google or ChatGPT doesn't have a solution for that. And then editing the stuff in here, right? And then sending, so what this stuff is, it's escape codes for, so E, down, down, like wait shortly. I wonder, basically what I would want to do is, can we get away with some of this stuff, because it's just freaking annoying. And so that is that. Okay, that currently works. So let's unify that. Does it then still, because this did not previously work, but maybe the after thing fixed it mostly. Because you will see that, I mean, okay, let's comment it out. Does this still work? Yeah, so this does not work, right? This is why I ended up, like, I was like half an hour, I was like, why does this stuff disappear? I also wonder if maybe, because I have the send slow stuff here, and I still wonder, apparently we might need to use -s. But I also didn't had like, okay, so I didn't had the biggest, oh wait, this is also not, so yeah, this totally sucks, right? Like this is the one of the most annoying things here. So this is, I mean, maybe this is too slow actually. I wonder if we, like, so also this editing, like if we run this manually, you will see that like it just, I mean, it wasn't even that slow, but actually the question is in, yeah. Basically the question is, what do we need here? What did I even... So this is of course super error prone, right? So this is of course not how we do reliable, reproducible... hello? What did I do here? Okay, that works. That's basically speeding this up a little bit. And making it less, like basically I spent already half an hour to get even to that. I mean, initially I had it all in one line and it didn't work and I debugged it forever. That crazily enough also still works. What do we have now? Okay, maybe this other was even too slow. Maybe it doesn't. I wonder then if that works combined way. No, it does not. So like there you see how error prone this is. I also wish it weren't like this, but like I didn't write all the software. And it maybe also explains why many other people, I mean, it's like, yeah, I mean, even testing, right? It's always, people are always surprised that test engineers also get some salary. I mean, obviously also need to live. Like this, all this test suite, like the handful of test suite already took like basically easily a 40-hour week of just scripting all of this stuff here. All right, I mean, maybe we could actually watch here with this stuff how slow this, because the documentation says, this is also slow, but this is a little bit fastish for my taste of, does this even have a proper effect? Oh wait, this is actually a .1 delay after, I mean, let's make it super slow or somewhat slow. So this should be after every 2 characters 1 second delay. Can we watch it like... Okay, this didn't work. Okay, actually, okay, this is actually making this here maybe too slow. Okay, this did work with that, right? Let's maybe analyze if we make this here really slow. I mean, maybe the bloody escape code somewhere. Maybe, I mean, on a real terminal, they also should not be that far apart. I mean, maybe then breaking a pair of 4 breaks is it's like, yeah, maybe people have better ideas. Welcome everyone. By the way, do we have 0 frames and audio? That's amazing. Manila, greetings there too. Early morning here. Happy that you can tune in and enjoy, and I hope you learn something. Especially how not to brick your poor PC. We don't even know how this iBook bricked, right? Like I tested so much, nothing bricked here. Absolutely mind-blowingly crazy stuff. So let's try this again if we can finally... Does this still not like work? What's even going on here? Like this is why, like half an hour I only spent on this mess. Every 4.1. Like what's even going on here? I don't even quite understand. And what I also, the documentation theoretically says -s. Now I'm confused. Does my sense slow stuff and all the tests even work or not? This is sort. Wait, what happened now? Set. So this is also wrong. I had here -s. I mean, maybe this is not even sending slow, and -s will break it again if it's too slow. I mean, it clearly has some effect, just not the most desired one, but maybe this escape stuff. I mean, I mean, of course, it totally sucks that this is so, yeah, unreliable, but I mean, at least this works. So I wonder if, So these are pairs of two, oh no, wait, oh no, pairs of three actually. So this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 9, 9. I wonder if those are in, did I have this extra space here? I mean, yeah, this is not the most rocket science thing, right? So what was it? 1, 2, so it's like after every 3, like 1. Does this like work reliably? Nah, and I also wonder if we need this delay there. Currently that works. And I mean, it's way faster than all the other after. I mean, do we even need that then? And so this we send slow, right? So this apparently has. Man, this currently works. And the question is like how many others to send slow here? I mean, here we don't have dash S, right? The question is, okay, that currently also works. And like maybe this pair of 3 here was not like 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I mean, yeah, again, I also wish I wouldn't need to do that like that. It is what it is. Okay, that currently appears to work quite reliable. I mean, I guess then we can delete all this. I mean, we could leave this in as, oops, not to, like basically as a reminder. How to do that in case we need it again. I mean, okay, I'm so much more satisfied than, this is also not slow then. So yeah, I mean, maybe that makes some more sense. Also, I have the impression that maybe this is not using, or do we actually? No, I don't. So I wonder, I mean, the other ones apparently work not slow, but anyway. So how this looks then in practice is that we can, like usually then all tests, and we have an, also shit. This is because I had this here. I need to work on some better way of temporarily disabling this stuff. Oops. So have we killed everything finally away, hopefully. So this is how it looks then. This is just a little bit of a refinement. We need one PowerPC I still need to disable, right? So some of those tough tests take a little bit longer. Let's internal tests QEMU matching here. PowerPC LE doesn't boot from CD yet. I would need to research that, what bootloader or whatnot. Why do we have that here somewhere 64? Okay, here we have LE. Probably we can't boot this yet, so ISO boot clear that. Then we can also test all the rest, probably 64. So usually this would run automatically, like building the open source world, like in Epic, thread ripping, cross-compiling all of those 500 or whatnot packages of all of Xorg and Firefox and Wayland and all the other good stuff. Linux kernel and grub, they're applicable. Testing all this stuff. I today also further refined PowerPC booting. I still need to test whether that really works on real hardware after. It is possible, given that like I booted the heck out of this. I mean, I don't quite understand why some ISO from February I basically disabled this, moved this to defect, don't use or so, subdirectory. Boots in QEMU. I network booted similar new binaries. I'm not this identical, but the last day's builds I booted. Net booted on G4 Cube, G4 Tiebook, G5 Xserve, G5 Mac G desktop. So why this one ISO did this, I've like no idea. The only thing we can do is to test more and unit test more. Theoretically, I would want to improve the ARM build. So yeah, this stuff runs a little bit slowish. we could theoretically speed this up by running this on an Xserve, which in the long term maybe we would do. Okay, this is not applicable because this was, so all the other, is that like, if that is not at the end of the week, this is certainly what makes the heart beat and software developers fall in love with their, right, software achievements. We could actually check x86, does that work too? It should, so it's a little bit faster, also running through KVM. It probably should all work, and then we can, as one last thing, don't run the test for xset. Previous video, what else do we have? Why not use expect commands that are aware of the recent text? What do you mean? I do that. Do you mean for each character? Do you mean like writing this with like 16 or 20 or whatnot, like expect each single character we echo there? Or so the question is, this 686 thing, does the whole init, I mean maybe this booting, so that didn't work for some reason. That's unfortunate. Yeah, I need here, like, I don't know what, like, maybe, I mean, this, is this already, I mean, this is already, maybe I need double verbose and then teeing that to standard out or stuff. So this is, we can run selective tests, right? So this would be this one. Why does this fail? 686 or, this is not, oh no. Okay, I know what fails here. Okay, so Zool test fails because I'm matching that on x86. And so we actually need just 86. So either 3, okay, we can dash, like to limit this a little bit of not other random stuff, like 68k, so 386 or x86, that probably should match, right? Okay, that fixed that. So, and why can't I run there? So this test and also another test fixed, amazing. And then the one more thing would be ARM does not yet work for this test, I guess. ARM 64, not yet a thing? Why is that not yet a thing? ARM 64, is this not yet built? We have here the slightly, or did, maybe we don't have the ISO yet. ISO, ARM, T2, ARM, 64, base. Yes, we have many. No, that's there. What do we test there? That is a setup thing for, so this is either NAT, we do have that here. We do we match that for, do we even want to test the VM Linux here? Does this basically disable all the other tests? Probably have this. Yeah, I need urgently, like really next. I said this already live on Twitch today. Oops. Stop. No, why does That is peculiar. We have here VM Linux and VM Linux. Why does those tests fail? With not even wanting to run. Where do we have ARM? ARM we have ARch here. This is not. Or I have a typo in the QEMU thing. Let's maybe set X there and nothing like debugging your tests live. Or did I disable that manually? Or maybe, don't tell me I disabled that manually. But that would be 43. Which exit codes did I use for? Why do we NAT not a thing? Not a thing should mean, I mean, unless I had the wrong, I can double check that in the driver. NAT, so 43 is not, 42 is not yet there. It's not that though. I guess we don't see the output there because it is probably hidden here. We pipe this, so that is. We could do this here, by the way. So we're both like shift one, so yeah. It's a little bit low quality-ish. Can, oops, makes it better later. Basically, if we are still here, and I mean, I need to also do that right then. But for today, I wanna get ready here. If we, then we could probably. Where do we have the both? Do we only check 0? Equal 1. Equal greater than 0. And then we could T0 and they're both greater than 1. T equals T, right? I need to check how this even fits in there. To bash command. Actually, we maybe better to this. Is it even standard in? Basically, if we, it's a little bit more tricky. So T or not to T. Yeah, that is why I didn't, okay, finish this stuff later. Why is this? I didn't. Yeah, diagnostics is everything, right? I renamed all of those images because the naming sucked. Why is this not? Where is this renamed? This is also the wrong file. That is why. So VM Linux. Do we have set any more? Maybe not. Let's try that again. So now we run. So this might also not work, but it tries to. So this is also what I wanted to do. So probably what do we have? ISO boot. This might be, I don't know what, maybe it doesn't have firmware or non-matching firmware. And that is also what I actually wanted to wire up. So for the moment, where do we run this? For the moment, the files need to be there. Eventually we need, so basically we need arch EFI firmware here. So there, arch, so arch is here. Actually, do we need this not for ARM as well? I think for ARM we should also, we have that here, VM. Okay, we can actually remove that because it is superfluous now, as I renamed this nonsense, historic nonsense, and unified this auto bootable thing as VM Linux compressed and whatnot, to finally have that done. And so this works automatically. Okay, we don't probably or documents this or not. So what did I want to do? I wanted to do so arch, host arch, arch, q emu args that, and ISO boot equals BIOS, in which I need to check which directory we run this in. Yeah, also, so that, like, basically this is getting too long, right? And so we wouldn't need end there, but to have this line break there. So BIOS releases stuff and the rest of ISO boot. We might need this if BIOS thing for more, but for now, does this work? Maybe not, unless it is some line wrapped stuff. What have I done here? ARM64, host arch, ISO boot. ARM or stuff, host arch. Oh wait, this is enabled, this is on the wrong one. This is only if you run this on my ARM host. Did nobody realize that? So that doesn't work. In which directory do we see? We run this in the build directory, because that is what I wasn't the most sure about. So then for now, so later we would like to do some unified place, whatnot, but for now there, for my testing. Okay, it takes forever. So here we have this timeout. I mean, forever. So, I mean, it runs through TCG, right? Theoretically, I have on the to-do already to detect whether it's grub and send and enter soon to save this for seconds, but for now, this is good enough. And just like this, we have the next unit. I have the feeling this might time out. I have currently 30 seconds or so, I believe, for the Hool, which is also on my to-do. Like next, we need fine-grained timeout between all of those. We barely managed for some reason. I believe I have 30 seconds timeout, but amazing. Cool. So theoretically, we could actually test like that. Let's change this test driver back of putting it into the file where it belongs. And then let's I believe this should be all. Oh wait, I did this wrong. Okay, now we. Okay, now let's. It was still generating, I believe. Darn it. Yeah, because I Control C. Yeah, okay, we better to have the whole ISO. Otherwise, I messed the ISO. Only live on this channel. Trigger happy on Control C. Yeah, that's how you do it, right? Z or similar. Leave in the comments below what you use for unit testing. Do you unit test? Do you think you unit test? Do you unit test enough? Because that is what I wanted before I messed up the ISO. Okay, but the other tests probably also pass, except KExec. Yeah, KExec is broken on most architectures except x86 for reasons upstream, right? Used to work for PowerPC and ARM, but no. And of course, like, yeah, theoretically native high-end ARM silicon KVM, right? It is what it is. So init.rd, so yeah, that takes, I mean, the other will take nearly 30 seconds. So sorry, kill all this stuff away. So it's, we have killed all here. So I would be more interested to run this new test for all architectures. That would be that. Do that for all tests, 951 ISO init.rd. But that's basically it for today. One other achievement checkmarked, another achievement unlocked. I hope you enjoyed this and learned something. That is like, yeah, all the effort, like not only doing all the stuff for 25 years, fixing all the stuff, but at the end of the day, sure, decades ago we burned ISO data on optical spinning media, and like that certainly didn't scale very well, except unless you have hundreds, thousands or 10,000 of developers and users that then brick their hardware. If you have any ideas for improvements, leave in the comments below. Like, would you also tick TCLTK, expect, or use something even more amazing? Yeah, we could, so for improvements, this stuff could run in parallel, right? Which it would for the whole test driver, build all driver has already parallel run. Visualization, I mean, very theoretically, if you wanted to do ASCII art, you could visualize a table. Just you would need like to do all the quirkiness of capturing all the output, making sure it doesn't print random stuff there between, and so on and so forth. So yeah, RISC-V, so we would need, so this might not yet be, yeah, some Musel or so build, I still have to fix some stuff. Hey, is this even passed? Was it relatively fastish? Felt fastish. Probably this doesn't boot, so that is also why I do this, right? So we still have here some annotation to do, so OR1K or Open RISC don't have that even. Do we have somewhere disable ISO boot catch all are here? So that is Open RISC, not OR, Open, what even was the short form for that? OR1K, probably like that. No ISO boot for that, I guess mostly 486 also passed. Okay, the ARM things will not pass. I can basically Control C that. So that is that. Otherwise we, like, what do we have here? Something. I pre-tested that for. That's basically, we don't have a CD bootable BIOS there. Arch. So I tried to test this. It didn't work. So we have here some release ARM EFI BIOS thing. It didn't work for me, I believe. But we can double check that. So this is ARM MWord CPU Max for ARM. Do I not have a build here? ARM. Alright, we have like ARM version 7. ISO. Let's see, will I be surprised if that working? I thought it didn't. I mean, it cleared the screen. Maybe I was just impatient. Oh! Can you believe that even freaking starts to work TM? Oh, it even really... I was just... Okay, this doesn't have an init RD for reasons. Why would that not have an init RD? I mean, it boots mostly. It's not a memory region. Disabling so fed, so somehow it's out of memory-ish. Or maybe it didn't. Okay, maybe I just didn't give it enough memory. Let's like this. Okay, let's copy this. That's a nice surprise. Let's see if that works, and we can also if I better, I mean, I could add this there, but getting a little bit convoluted and error prone, right? So Quemo this equals arm. Yeah, it should be nothing, right? But oops. Then ISO boot equals BIOS. That one. ISO boot. I mean, here it's could be more generic. So amazing. Then we could actually test that and have one more test. Version 7, right? Alright, we want this test prefix for version 7 plus variants. Version 7, what's going on here? Couldn't open .arm and stuff. What did I do? BIOS. Ah, somehow I mistyped this here. What did I... mistype here? Some wild copy and paste fail. Oh, that's better. Maybe that's another test case. That's certainly, I mean, probably today, it's probably today the first day I've run 32-bit ARM EFI. It's like, hey, even works in QEMU virtual machine. I mean, that's certainly some nice thing to also keep the ARM stuff a little bit more tested. So yeah, that's basically it. Another day in my life spent on the effort of supporting all architectures and releasing and actually working and tested Linux distribution. I hope you appreciate this, and hey, this even freaking worked, like most of the others. So yeah, I could run this once more, see what else we fail or not. Certainly way more room for improvements. There's always like 666 lines of to do and bugs and to fix and features to implement. Probably another 45 minutes. I mean, and that is with 4 hours doing stuff on Twitch and 1 hour in between working this, sending escapes in a humanly slowed down way for the slow QEMU menu redrawing to work. Hope you enjoyed to learn something. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and I hope to see you soon for actually what I will do now is rsync the ISOs to the interwebs for you to pre-test, and I hope you enjoy the videos, and to see you soon for the then differently interesting videos now that we have our Linux distribution working and tested to come.